1763. The building was here then. So we're thinking it probably dates back to 1740, 1750. Once cognac is aged in new oak for 9 to 12 months, we transfer it into the older cask you can see here. You can leave it in cask for up to about 50 years. But then it's basically our cellar master who decides when it's transferred. We only buy from Petit Champagne and Grand Champagne, which is quite different. We age for longer. We're obviously small, but small is beautiful. And we don't do any BS, another difference from all the other big houses. So here, for example, you have a Grand Champagne. It's a 1975. It can contain 355 litres and it's got 349 in it. So these are all single vintages. They're all from the same batch, okay? They're not blended as yet. These are the original size casks, which in English we call it hogsheads. The average age of a cask we use is about up to 45 years old. So once we have aged in wood for 50 years, we transfer into demijohns, you can see here, and then basically it's up to our cellar master to decide then when he wants to use the eau de vie. Our cellar master is a gentleman called Eric Forger. He has been working here since 1998. He worked at Hennessy, so he had a very, very good background, and he looks after not just the bottling and the production side of it. We also have a domain where we have 110 hectares, and we've got to make sure that for the 10 days while we're picking that he's there. This wall is very interesting. In fact, what we do is when we make a shipment of cognac, is we keep a sample of it. The reason being is if the customer says, oh, it's not the same quality as normal, at least you can go back to them and say, well, in fact it is, because we've got a sample of your last shipment and this shipment. And in our archives, we found all these shipments. You can normally find all over the world when the shipments have been made. This is our vintage cellar. In 1962, all cognac were banned from putting vintages on the label. The reason being that people were putting whatever they wanted to in it and calling it a vintage. And the Hine family, together with a couple of other houses, fought with the Bureau National to continue with vintages. And in 1987, the law changed, and they said, you create a space separately. We have two keys. We have one key for the Bureau National and one key for ourselves. We can't get in without them. They can't get in without us. Whenever we want to do anything, we want to do topping up, add some cast, do anything in there, we phone the Bureau National, we make an appointment. We pay for their services, and that's why vintages are expensive. Whenever we're doing a bottling, we have to have somebody from the Bureau National present. The cellar master knows that actually decides whether he's going to put some barrels aside or not. If it doesn't age as well as he thought it was going to age, it's an expensive mistake to make, okay? Because you have to take it out and you put it into a blend. So you've got to be almost, well, as sure as you can be that it's going to be a good vintage. It was started by the Dutch because the French sent salt over to the Dutch, and they sent out casks of wine, which one day they set on fire, and it was called brandy vine, which basically means burnt wine, and that's where that horrible word brandy comes from. The royal warrant was appointed to Hine in 1962. It's assigned by the British royal family. It's from the Queen. If you buy products in England that have got the royal warrant, it's a sign of quality, basically. It's something we're very honoured to have, because in Champagne there's about 8 or 9 houses that have the royal warrant, and we're the only cognac house. This is my favourite brand. It's called in French what we call a paradis, which is paradise in English, and it probably is some people's idea of paradise. This is where we really keep our very, very top cognacs. We have our oldest cognac, which is here, which is in 1850, but it's something special about this room. I don't know what it is. You've got the dome in the ceiling. They believe it was from part of an old abbey, and during the Second World War, this is where the Hine family kept all their cognacs away from the Germans. And at the time they had the Gilby family, the gin family. They also had quite a lot of stock, so they hid all theirs in here as well. And they bricked it all up. You can see from at the back there how recently it's been opened up. This is just to show you, on the 22nd of December 1982, this was the level of the Charente. The Charente is the river which runs in front of our building, but about every 4 years it comes out of its bed, comes over the road. It's never been as high as that since I've been here. I've been here since 1989. When Charles and Lady Diana got married in 1981, we were hoping for their 25th wedding anniversary that they would be sipping the vintage together, but it didn't. happen according to plan, unfortunately. But this cask was, we've actually bottled it now, and it's a 1981. We've asked Prince Charles to be in touch with his private secretary, and it's going to be sold off at an auction that's for a charity.